Like, what happened to the MexiMelt?
I don't know. I don't remember that one.
For real? You don't?
No.
Aren't we like pretty much the same age?
Yes. I mean, what was on? Was it a burrito or like a taco or what was it?
I don't know. We're going to have to Google it now.
Okay. Well, you do that.
Are they bringing it back?
62-year history. Oh, no. Oh, we got to
Tell me. The Mexi has got...
Oh!
It's coming back.
Oh, my God. Wow.
They knew that I needed it.
Okay. So it's like a burrito, I suppose.
Cheese, and cheese with meat and pico. That's it. It's just cheese, meat, and pico.
Okay.
In a soft tortilla.
Oh, gordita. Yeah.
How is the gordita supreme that old?
I don't know. How are we that old? That's what I'd like to know.
I know. I was there a couple weeks ago, and I was
apple
like,
empanada. Yes, I remember this. Yes.
Yep. Okay. Well, this is the news of the day then.
For real. I gotta post this every fucking where. Y2K, baby. Oh, yeah. So good. Wow. Okay. You're messaging everyone you know, right? That's what you're doing?
I'm posting on Facebook.
Love you so much. Oh, hell.
Okay. Well. I have a new weird side effect to tell you about.
Yes, please. Dish.
So I told you about my ears last time, right?
Yes.
Well, then I saw an ENT, not my doctor, but a doctor I know who is an ENT at a wedding. Because you know he wanted to talk about work at the wedding, right?
Of course. What
else?
I
was like, I have a really weird side effect. Can I ask you about it? And he was like, sure. So I told him what was happening, and he was like, yep, that's totally what you have. So I definitely do have eustachian tube dysfunction. Now, I didn't just Google it. I actually talked to a doctor. But then on Monday morning, I had gotten new glasses like maybe 6 months ago, and they didn't work at all. They were terrible. But in the beginning, they were pretty good. I just couldn't see the TV because they were progressives, and you have to turn your head to see. You can't just when I'm laying in bed, I'm not going to turn my head a different direction to see the TV. So it just wasn't working because the angle wasn't right.
Okay.
So I kind of went back to my old ones, and then I was like, now it's on my to-do list, and this sucks because I have to go do this whole thing again. But then I saw my eye doctor at the gymnastics gym, and I started complaining. I was like, oh yeah, my glasses failed. And she was like, why didn't you come in? Yeah. Okay, I'll come in. And it turns out my eyes got better.
No
which
fucking
has
way.
never happened, Cammie.
That's weird.
She said, did your blood sugar go down? I'm like, probably.
Oh, that happens.
Yeah. And my vision got better for the first time in my entire life since 8th grade. That has never happened.
That's whack. I mean, good way.
And she's getting my glasses redone. So I had progressives going back to single vision. So how many years did I buy myself from not needing progressive lenses? I don't know. But I'm really happy about it.
Wow. That is amazing.
Yep. I saw you posting a bunch of your old clothes on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh my God. Nobody wants them. Except for scammers. Scammers want them. Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So this guy was like trying to scam me out of them because he said, he was like, yeah, I'm like, you want all this stuff? And his name's Adam or something, Adam. And I'm like, okay. He's like, well, will you text me? I'm like, sure. So he says, I'm going to have my sister come get them. Is that okay? And sure. And I can pay you with Apple Pay. I'm like, all right.
Okay.
Yeah. And so he's like, okay, I sent the money. Did you get it? No. I got this weird like message from a not Apple email saying that like I'm not authorized to receive payments from business accounts and that I have to have like all this shit. I'm like, and I said, yeah, dude, no, I didn't. And then I sent him an actual Apple Pay request. And I was like, no, you can pay with this. Because I knew at this point it was total bullshit, right?
Mhm.
So I really fucked with this guy. It was pretty great. So I said, I was like, no, you can pay with this. He's like, but the money left my account. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
That's not true anyway, but
I know.
okay.
So I was like, okay. I said, well, yeah, the email message that I got is not an Apple email address. So it's not a legitimate email. And then he stopped talking to me and I was like, oh, you know what? We're going to take this a step further. So I got on Been Verified. I paid the $1 for a week subscription, put the phone number that he texted me from in there, popped up this guy in Pennsylvania or somewhere. And so I messaged him back and I was like, hey, Dale, don't worry about scamming me, bro. It's all good. How's the weather in blah, blah, whatever city you lived in? I really hope that you had a great birthday last month. Crickets. And then he blocked me after that. Because like on your iPhone, if it's the messages are blue and then if they turn green, it usually means the person blocked you or they had bad reception or something. But I was like, no, okay. It's fine.
You're just like your mom, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When
Where
we
do you
get
think I got it from?
weird messages at work, she's like, hold on, I'm going to background check them.
Oh, yeah. She's done that on my boyfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yeah. She's like, I don't think this guy's actually divorced, Cammie. And I'm like, Mom, just because you couldn't find it doesn't mean he's not divorced. Like, come on.
Your mom's going to come on the show next time.
Yes, I am.
Did she tell you?
She did not. I got your message.
Oh, you saw that I updated the invite.
So I was like, okay. All right. I'm super excited.
Yep. The Deborah will be here.
The Deborah. Yeah. So I was like, okay. She's like, well, I don't know what I can say. And I'm like, please stop lying.
Right?
Like, you're not going to get on here and just, come on. She's like, well, okay. All right. Let's do it.
Your mom's like my conspiracy theory buddy.
Oh.
She likes to send me things that she thinks are conspiracies for us to discuss.
Like what? She does not send me this shit.
No, I know. Like, I'm not telling you. It's like our special. It's our special bond.
Okay, you have that with her. There you go. That's fine. Oh man, that's funny.
I've known your mom for a really long time.
I know. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do our numbers.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Yeah, go ahead. Go. You go.
Starting weight 280. Actually, if I look and lose it, it says at one point I logged a 282 somewhere in there.
Okay.
And current weight is 195.
Yay.
And I think my goal weight is 170.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Gosh, you're just
But you can
along.
see my face is it looks different, but also a little tired. Like, I am tired because school is, oh my God. This whole school starting thing this year.
Kill me now. All right. So, let me do my numbers before I just launch into this side quest here. 250 starting weight. Current weight is 221. So I haven't broken the 30 pounds yet. I was like, I'm so close. It's like 221.2 or something. I'm like, damn it. So that's where I'm at. Goal weight, I'm thinking I'm still shooting for 150, but if I get to 160, I might just be like, fuck it, I'm good. But yeah, school, do your girls drive the bus? Did I talk to you about the bus issues that I was having?
No, this is what's causing me so much. We don't have buses.
Oh, that's right. We did talk about
everyone
this.
has to drive to school.
Yes.
I'm trying to convince the gym, since they have all those vans sitting there, to actually be our carpool service, and we'll pay them to drive the kids to school in the morning.
Why not?
They were into it. They were like, yeah, we'll talk about it. Like, you could pretty much charge me anything to not have to
Right?
drive them to school in the
Right.
morning.
Yeah. Put them in a fucking Uber. It's fine.
It's gotta be.
Just take my
They'll
kids to
call that
school.
one Uber Yellow.
It's cool. Yeah, so still having bus issues. It's getting better.
Oh,
But
it's still going on?
well, so yeah, so the bus routes are not consistent. That she gets out of so she starts late and ends late. So she starts at 8:50, which is nice. Makes morning time routine like not stressful at all. The afternoon getting her off the bus is tough because you can see on the GPS where everything is. And I kind of expect, and maybe this is just where I went wrong, that the bus will be at the school at 3:50 when school's over.
Mhm.
Thus,
Why would you expect such a thing?
but the school, it usually doesn't get to pick up the kids until 15 or 20 minutes later.
What?
Yeah, because it's already running another route for a school that gets out earlier. So the bus drivers usually do 2 routes. They'll do an early
Okay.
route and their next route, and then in the afternoon. So it's probably running late from that is what I'm assuming.
Mhm.
So I'm like, why would you tell me she's going to be home at 4:15 if you're not even picking her up from the school until 10 after 4?
Yeah, why?
I don't know. So, so she doesn't get off the bus usually till if she's off at 4:30, 4:35, that's usually like going to be the earliest that she'll be home. And there was one time where it was 4:50. That's almost 5 o'clock in case anybody doesn't know how to put that together.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm like, so that's been frustrating, but we're trying to work it out. So it's just not consistent, which is hard for me because, I want, I'm trying to schedule my life and do worky things. And I'm on with a new real estate firm.
Oh.
Yeah. So because I told you the company that I was going to go back to work with rescinded their offer. And then one of the managers there was like, hey, you should go talk to this guy because he does all of our listings.
Mhm.
I'm like, okay. So talk to him, hit it off. Love the company. The training is amazing. The commission split's amazing. The commission cap is amazing. They want to bring me on as like an in-house transaction manager that's licensed. So we're working on that. I'm going to do some of their open houses. And so those leads will be mine. It's just pretty cool. So, yep.
Well, that turned out way better than the other job, didn't
Yeah,
it?
huh? Yeah. So I just got to get some deals going. So I stopped knocking on the door of the Bank of Daddy.
It's so funny. I have only 2 friends in Indiana, and I just hung up with the other one, and she said, "I'm getting my real estate license on the side." And I was
Oh,
like,
who is
"What?"
it? You have to hook me up with her. Where's she at?
Indy?
She's in Indianapolis?
Yeah,
Oh, you have to send me her info.
I will.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, 'cause I call my mom and my dad and I was like, can you guys pay my realtor fees so I can start working, please?
And did you
Sure.
say, "I'll pay you back"?
Yeah.
You're gonna pay him back.
My dad needs some help with some of his deals. So I was like,
Oh.
I'll work it off. They're like, it's fine here. I was like, you get the write-off too. So they're very sweet and generous. Back to side effects. Okay, so my fatigue has been really bad. Like,
Really?
oh yeah, terrible. Like, and I have naturally low blood pressure, which is great. But when everything's slowed way down, I'm gonna check in with my doctor and like provider and stuff to see if this medication affects your blood pressure at all. Because I'm thinking that it's lowering my already low blood pressure.
It does.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because there's been a couple of times where I have stood up and passed out. Yeah.
Did you
like
know, I met your provider.
Cassie?
Yeah, she came on Meet the Doctor. She was great.
Yeah. Yeah. So I So I had an appointment with my GP, which is not Cassie, it's just my regular GP. And because I wanted to talk to her about getting on a different ADHD medication, she put me on Vyvanse, which I've been on for like a week, and it is superb.
Oh,
Oh my
good.
God. I love it so much better than the Adderall. And because some people are like, I'm addicted to Adderall. I love it. I'm like, how can you love
Yeah.
this stuff? I don't get it, but okay. And so I'm on that, and it's great. Um, but it's also used to treat binge eating. So it has
Really?
yes, it has a much stronger appetite suppressant
Mhm.
than the other ADHD medications. But it's also the least addictive of all of them. So the first day I took it, I'm going about my day, feeling great. Everything's good, fine. And so I think in conjunction with my lower blood pressure and not having eaten all day is what caused me to pass out. Because I realized at 6 o'clock I'd only maybe eaten 200 calories. I was like, whoopsie. So the appetite suppressant part works really well. So I'm like, okay, I think I've got it. I just think it was getting used to it for the first few days, because I was like, well, if I have to reduce my semaglutide because this is working and maybe not take as much of that, I don't know. So I'm kind of in this place where I'm like trying to figure out what I should do. So I gotta get a hold of her and have another like consultation, and I gotta order
Mhm.
more anyway. So I will keep y'all posted on what she says and how that works. So
She was great. Did you know she lost a lot? I mean, we showed her pictures
mhm.
because she had posted them on Facebook, and I asked her first. I said, "Is it okay if I show this on the screen?" And she said, "Yeah." But she looks like a completely different person.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
cool.
she did it herself, so I mean, I always think that the doctors and the providers who have personal experience just really get it way better.
Right. Yep. Well, that's good. That is really good. I'll have to find that and listen to it. Um, so what else am I gonna tell you? Let's talk B
Vitamin
vitamins.
B?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I was talking with my doctor about my ADHD stuff, I said, fatigue has been a real issue. And I said, a lot of people that take semaglutide also do B shots. And she said, yeah, you could do that. And I said, I said, how does that compare to just doing like a B vitamin tablet or pill, or just a regular B vitamin, and versus like sublingual? And she's like, sublingual and a B shot is basically the same thing. So I was like, okay, so I'm getting just as good of a payoff doing it under my tongue as I'm doing the shot. She's like, yes. I was like, great, because I already have the stuff.
Oh,
And I was like, I'm going to start using this. So I got this from one of my neighbors, bless her heart, was like, I was like, I'm tired. She's like, here, have this. I'm like, okay. So it is, I'm going to see if it'll focus. No, maybe not. Uh, it's by Soul. See, this is me going like this into my progressive so I can fucking read this shit. Solgar, SOLGAR, sublingual liquid B12, 200 micrograms with B complex. Gluten, wheat, and dairy free. Suitable for vegans. Right on. So
great.
it says use one under the tongue up to 2 times a day, hold under tongue for 10 seconds. It's phenomenal. It tastes disgusting. It'll make your breath smell horrible. So, chase it with an Altoid. I don't know. But it seems to work. Now, I do take it twice a day, and I messaged my doctor and I was like, if I took this 3 times a day, would I be all right? I haven't heard back from her yet. I'm sure it'll be fine, but
I'm sure it will. I just like the convenience of the injection because I just don't have to think about it.
yeah. Well, I put it on my, I use the Apple Health app that reminds you
Mhm.
to take all your medications. So I just added it to that. And so I have to take stuff anyways. So I just kind of it'll just pop up and say, oh, you got to take your stuff. And then I'm like, okay, bloop.
Smart.
Well, you got to have some seriously good coping skills when you've, battling ADHD for however long. So that's one of my coping skills is I use that thing like that's my lifeline. I was like, how? And I got it. I started using it when I got the watch. So thanks, Mom.
Oh, your mom bought you your watch
No,
too?
she bought it for herself. Okay. She bought it for herself and she didn't like it. And then she's like, would you use this? I'm like, I've been wanting one for years. Yes, send it to me. She's like, okay.
Why didn't she like it?
I don't know.
Remember?
I have no idea. We'll have to ask her.
Yeah, we'll find out.
I'm not sure what it was about it she didn't like. I wasn't going to question it. I was like, oh, you don't like it? Bummer. Send it to me. I'll use it.
You don't try to convince her that she will like it.
Right. I was like, no, that's fine.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I had two big clothing successes in the last couple of weeks. One was I ordered a dress from Rent+the+Runway for a wedding.
Ooh.
Turned out great. And this was so fun. We took a selfie and I posted it.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'll show you what it looks like.
I was like, I want to see it.
From the wedding.
Oh,
that's the bad one where my husband's eyes were closed. This one?
Yes.
I put it on Instagram and Facebook and I got like
people
I think I did see that one. Like, you haven't aged at all since high school. But
you're like, well, you're kind. Thank you.
Yeah. So this is a dress, and on Rent+the+Runway, they ask you to post your stats and yourself in the dress. I don't love the photo, but other people had already posted tons of photos of themselves, what size they wore, how tall they were, how much they weighed.
Yeah.
So I was able to really tell it exactly what size I wanted, and it was perfect.
Oh, good.
And they send you two sizes. So if you screw up, you have your backup size there. And that was actually what happened to me. I thought that I'd wear the 14 long, and I could get it on, but it was really hard to close the zipper in the back. So I put on the 16 long and it was super comfortable. I loved this dress. It had pockets, Cammie.
Cute.
I was so happy and so comfortable. And then when I switched to flip-flops, no one could see the flip-flops. Actually, there's another picture of me sticking my flip-flop out.
Okay. That's beautiful.
There. See, flip-flop.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was great. And then we were out looking because it was tax-free weekend. And so we were out looking for stuff for my husband because he has to wear a coat and a tie to school every day now. Like, imagine.
No.
And he's very crabby about it. And a belt. He has to wear a belt. But you know what? He looks good. Like, really? He looks really put together, dressed like that every day. He's a coach. So, for 20 years, he's been wearing sweatpants to school.
I know. It's like the basketball shorts.
Yes. And we were at Eddie+Bauer and I tried on some shorts and I had to get the 10s. I had to get the size 10.
Yay.
So the last time I wore size 10,
what?
My gosh, I don't even know. It had to be college.
You were a fetus.
And I know the sizes have gotten bigger. Like a 10 today is much bigger.
Not what it was in 1995. Absolutely not. No.
But still.
But it doesn't matter. You're rocking it, and that's the important part.
Yeah, it's fun. I did have a bit of a meltdown with the lady at Eddie+Bauer because the register was like, there was this deal where you had to spend $150 and you get 50 off, so you only spend $100. But I couldn't follow the way the math was going. And then two of the things rang up at the wrong price, and we were not understanding each other. And I almost walked out. And then I was like, then I got my husband and my daughter to walk away. And then I was saying to the lady, I'm like, look, I live in a mountain of laundry, and he keeps adding to it. And so if I don't have to buy all of these things for him, I need you to help me here. It's like giving her this secret message. Like the laundry, it's just classic. Like there's just laundry upon laundry.
Trust me. Yeah. I already had pulled Cordelia's laundry. At least it was clean and it was in the dryer. I mean, go me.
Yeah.
So that was a real plus. Now, it's the putting it away. Why is that so hard? If somebody could explain to me why just like getting it out of the dryer and either hung up or folded in a drawer. What it's like climbing Mount Everest when you've got ADHD to do that. And I know that really.
I don't have ADHD and I have the problem too. So I don't think you can blame the ADHD on that.
Damn it.
No, you can't.
Dang it.
There was a lady that came to my mom's group at church a couple of years ago, and it's going to sound so dumb, but instead of telling us how to clean, she taught us how to think about cleaning. Okay. And she had 2 pieces of advice that were absolutely game-changing for me. One was, it takes the same amount of time, whether you do it all at once or every day when it comes to dishes and laundry, right?
Yeah.
So if it takes you 15 minutes to fold a load of laundry, would you rather do it once a day for 15 minutes or for 2.5 hours on the weekend?
Right.
I'm like, that's an easy choice, lady.
Yes. And I have told myself this before.
I know.
I'm like, and I even got, seriously, I even got like a daily cleaning checklist thing. I got it printed at Staples on 11 by 17 paper. So it's nice and big. And it's like, I can see it, put it up on the wall in my kitchen. I've got the daily cleaning things and the weekly things. And I was like, you know what? I'm walking by this all the time. I'm going to be like, yep, check. Cool. Right. And then, it's so hard.
I know.
I'm like, and I'm not even working full time. Like, Cammie, you got no excuses. 0. None.
Mm-mm.
So it's just how my brain works. So, but my office is looking okay-ish. Oh, here, let me see. I got Millie's over here. There she is.
Pretty bird.
Like, please stop talking to me. I hate you. She doesn't. She hates us. It's fine. Anyways, that's all what's been going on with me.
That's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, it's just a time of year where it's a lot. But you know what? I'm really happy that I like myself when I'm going through this stuff. And my sort of like default operating system isn't I hate myself all the time. It's gone. It's just completely gone.
That's great. I love that for you. I love it for me too. I think I'm not as far in my journey as you are, but I'm not beating myself up and
you're doing something. And so just the switch
Cammie,
from
you just are,
the switch from like I'm not doing anything about this to I am doing the best I can. I am doing the very best thing I can. It's monumental.
Yeah. Agreed.
Well, it'll be fun to have you on. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, I am too. What questions are we going to ask her?
Well, she started taking semaglutide, so we're going to talk about that. And she stalled. At least I talked to her yesterday, and she's stuck. She hasn't lost any weight yet, and that happened to me too.
Yeah. All right. What else? Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, send us a DM so we can send some stickers out. Oh,
yes.
I sorted a bunch of clothes. And do you think the 14W jeans would fit you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send them.
If not, they'll fit me in like
a couple weeks.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, 14 jeans would be phenomenal. And if you know anybody that needs like 1X, 2X, 3X stuff.
Yeah, I don't. I have boxes and boxes of it here. I don't know what to do with it.
I don't know either.
I'm waiting for a dress for success event where I can take it all in.
Yeah. I might just donate it to that or something like that. But I was really hoping I could sell it because I could use the money.
I know. You had a bunch of stuff with tags on and everything.
Yeah, a couple of things. Yep. So, anywho.
Okay, well,
carry on.
You
a long time.
Love you too.
All right. We'll talk soon.
Follow us on Instagram at Less of You Podcast. Are you confronting the same challenges and have a story to tell? I'd love to hear your story on our Skinny Shot Stories podcast. Contact me for more details at skinnyshotstories.com. If you're a doctor and would like to learn more about sponsoring this or any of our cosmetic surgery and weight loss podcasts, go to lessofyou.com. Less of You is a production of The Axis, TAGAXIS.io.